It was not an easy decision to make, but it was a necessary decision because it was a question of life and death.
A Delta Airlines jet from Detroit to Miami was taken over by 8 passengers who demanded $1 million and a one-way trip to Algeria. The plane taxied to a remote area of Miami International Airport, where the hijackers and the FBI negotiated the demands.
Once the suitcase full of money was hoisted aboard, the passengers were released, and the plane quickly took off.
Looking back on that period, Black historians have always tried to put the struggle in a certain context. It depends on which angle an historian wants to look at it and wants to portray certain aspects of our history. Besides all the racism and all the aggressive and assassination attempts on blacks, at that point we refused that victims of police brutality and racist terrorism. So the main reason that we decided to leave is that one of our colleagues, George Brown, was targeted by, we call it police death squad, it was called Stress. And George was shot 5 times by this decoy. They used racist slurs to lure him into a trap. And then once he found he was in a trap, they tried to assassinate him. They had a trial in Detroit where George won the trial. But the police said that he might have won the trial, but they would get him and be after him. With the trial, they found out that George was the victim, and they had tried to place a knife in his hand. They issued a death threat for us, so we decided that at that point we had to leave the States in order to protect ourselves and our families. We decided that after doing some research, the best way to leave was to hijack a plane and join our brothers, the Black Panthers, in Algeria.
The International Section of the Black Panther Party was the only Black American organization outside the United States. And it served the purpose to let people know that Black Americans were organized, that they were facing and confronting the powers that be in the United States.
If I had my way, I would have shot them. I didn't think they deserved to live.
There was a belief in France that particularly black people engaged in civil rights or liberation activities could not and would not receive a fair trial in the United States, because there was indeed almost a war that went on between the United States government and black people who were engaged in liberation type activities.
Then you say you give in the United States, you say, well, we reclaim 40 acres of the mule. You know about that?
I do.
Yeah. Well, here I don't have 40 acres of the mule. I don't have stuff like this, but I do have a diamond. You know, they gave me a baseball field. Regardless, it's nice to be appreciated.
Melvin est devenu officiellement un médiateur, si vous voulez, auprès des jeunes. Et je crois que cette autorité morale était liée à la fois à cet acte de transgression qu'il avait commis, mais en même temps à cette volonté qu'il avait donc de tourner la page et de s'insérer normalement dans la société. Nous, on croit au rachat, on croit à la possibilité, c'est pas toujours facile pour tout être humain de se racheter. Et dans le cas de Melvin, de Gilles, c'était vraiment l'exemple caractéristique.
My life in France was basically one where I could regather my thoughts, heal certain wounds that had accumulated in the United States. So I had the possibility of reconstructing my life, and it was like having a second chance to do things, positive things, in order to live a productive life. It's a long-term struggle, and it's a permanent struggle, but it's it's a struggle of hope. If we're going to evolve, we have to learn to understand each other, respect each other, listen to each other, and be able to work together to alleviate these problems that keep us separated.
I don't know why he should be arrested coming back to the state. Now that's my opinion, and I would also think that if you could locate the passengers who was on that plane, they'd probably be the same way. That's a long time. I don't even think he want to come back to the state.
I don't know if I can be free in America. I don't know. I never knew freedom in America. I knew freedom afterwards. I know freedom now. I'm free now.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, check out these other videos from USA Today to stay up to date with all the latest news.